Hey, how's it going? Today, I am finally back with another video, and I hate it. All right, let me just get this out of the way right now. I never, ever wanted to be the YouTuber who starts every other video explaining why or making excuses as to why they haven't been uploading. Like, I can't believe this is my life. But once again, here I am. It's been, I don't know, a week and a half, 2 weeks. I got sick. Long story short, usually when I get sick, I get a cold for a couple days. I always lose my voice, which is really problematic. But like I said, usually 2 or 3 days, and then I feel better. This time though, I started feeling better and then I felt just so much worse. I'm pretty sure I had a sinus infection because for about 5 or 6 days, I had a headache that it's so hard to describe, but it was basically a headache in my face. Like my whole front of my face hurt. I couldn't sleep, which is probably why I didn't get better. Anyways, that's the end of my story. I am back for this video. I obviously can't promise anything. I'm a complete fraud, but let's just enjoy this video while we've got it. And however long ago it was I uploaded, I showed you guys my all-time NCAA roster setup. I was so excited to make more videos with it. And well, here it is, finally. I know March Madness is almost over, but we're going to force all 36 college teams to trade their best player, starting with Villanova and Jalen Brunson. We're going to see if we can go ahead and create some chaos so we don't just have UCLA or Kentucky winning our universe. 35 teams interested in Brunson. It's going to be offer number 35, Georgetown. Oh, that is so good. Georgetown has way too many bigs. Now they add, well, Brunson and Allen Iverson are kind of redundant, but yeah, that's pretty cool. One trade down as our second team up is the Duke Blue Devils. All right, man, young Jason Tatum on the move. There are 34 teams interested in Tatum, and it's going to be offer number 16. Let me make sure I'm recording here. It's been a while. I think I'm good. Duke is trading Tatum and Mark Williams to Syracuse. No way. Duke just got 2 really good pieces for 1. Syracuse, what are you doing? Maybe Melo's about to win a ring with Duke. That's kind of crazy. Marquette is going to have to trade Dwayne Wade. Pretty good player. I love that all these teams are in on these players. 35 offers. I have the salary cap. I have everything like that turned off, by the way. Offer number 31 for the Flash. Oh my goodness. Dwayne Wade for Magic straight up. I don't know. I guess that's fair value for both teams. If nothing else, we're going to see some chaotic, not chaotic, we're going to see some different fits, like D Wade at Michigan State. Crazy. Adrian Dantley traded from Notre Dame. This one might be a bit more under the radar, but we'll go through with it anyways. Offer number 18, Adrian Dantley, underrated legend from the 80s. Going to be traded with Antoine Carr for Gerald Wallace and Herb Jones, 2 pretty good wing defenders from Alabama. Roll Tide, baby, as we move on to Louisville, their dynamic duo, Donovan Mitchell and Wes Unseld. We're going to trade D Mitch. Yeah, another small scoring guard. Another 35 teams interested. Let's freaking go. Offer number 11. Villanova's really trying to trade Kyle Lowry, man. Donovan's off to Florida for Brad Beal and David Lee. Okay, I mean, Florida gets a clear number 1 option. Louisville gets a bit deeper. That's a kind of trade. I don't mind that trade. I don't mind it at all. The Ohio State Buckeyes, led by a couple OGs, John Havlicek, Jerry Lucas, Johnny Boy, the former Celtic, is going to be on the move. And once again, we've got 35 teams. We're going right in the middle. Number 17. No duplicate teams yet. I might have just jinxed it. John Havlicek for Russell Westbrook. Now that is interesting. On the surface, it seems like pretty good value, but anything to disrupt the chemistry of UCLA, I mean, maybe John Havlicek makes them even better, which is scary, but I like it. Let's mix it up a bit. Oh, speaking of dynamic duos, Wake Forest, so good. CP3 and Tim Duncan. He's going to be on the move, though. It would be ideal if Wake Forest can turn Tim Duncan into 2 pieces. Like that trade right there for Villanova, from Villanova, would actually be fire. Ooh, that's close. They're going to take offer number 4, which is going to be Tim. Oh, no. I mean, they get 2 pieces. Lambeer and Carr from... Ugh. Not a 90 overall in sight. I kind of think Notre Dame just fleeced on that one. I, of course, can't remember the first trade Notre Dame made, but I think they got deeper. I think they're cooking. Hey, look, it's the University of Connecticut. Have they had anything interesting happen to them recently in real life? I don't know. That buzzer beater to beat Duke, just like insane. I'll be honest, partially because I'm being sick. I'm also just a very busy person. I have not been paying as close to March Madness, as close of attention as I should. But obviously I saw that buzzer beater, just wild. What are they doing? Ralph Sampson and a first? Okay, Virginia, you go ahead, get Ray Allen. It's just so crazy because all Duke had to do, they had 3 different players touch a ball. All they had to do was hold it and get fouled. I know, like, oh my gosh, I just like, what a sequence of events. Bill Sharman's going to be traded from USC. I definitely know the feeling though, having played in a few big games games in my life. Like, you don't necessarily want to be the guy shooting the free throws at the end of the game, but man, you also don't want to be the one who turns the ball over in that way. ISO Joe Johnson from Arkansas for Bill Sharman. Some of these trades, 92 overall for an 89. I don't know about that one, but we will keep it moving. I like this. Memphis has such a fun duo, Derrick Rose, Penny Hardaway. It never works though because they're 2 point guards, so we will separate it, and hopefully Memphis gets back like a big and a wing or something to pair with Penny Hardaway. That trade for Alonzo Mourning would have been nice. Instead, it's going to be offer number 13. Oh my goodness. They just took Wilt from Kansas. Dude, Derrick Rose's trade value because of potential must be off the charts. Wow, they fleeced. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy. If Memphis can figure out a way to trade JoJo White now because they don't need 2 point guards, they just got Wilt. Mark Price is up next. Villanova's trying so hard to trade Alonzo Mourning. I liked that pickup for them at the beginning of this video. And oh my, what? Magic is on the move again. Magic. Why would Marquette do that? That is crazy. Okay, so we get our first instance. Do I trade Donovan Mitchell now from Florida? You know what? No, I'm going to trade their best player from their original team. We'll let Donovan Mitchell stay there. I think that's more fun. Joakim Noah is going to be more of an underrated move, but I like it. Let's get some different players on the move. Offer number 29. Joakim traded to UNC for Cam Johnson in a second. Why are you making the Tar Heels better? And speaking of North Carolina, we move to North Carolina State. David Thompson, 95 overall. 2K loves juicing David Thompson's rating every single year, and I kind of get surprised by it. I mean, obviously he was a great player, but based on my knowledge of player ratings, how they work in 2K, and David Thompson's like career accolades, I feel like he should be more of like a 92, 93 overall, but whatever. Marquette's making another move. Jimmy Butler now for David Thompson. Oh my gosh, the Kansas Jayhawks. I can't believe they traded Wilt for D Rose. I mean, their team still looks good. We're going to go ahead and move Joel Embiid now. Their problem was too many big men. They had Joel and Wilt. Now they might end up with no starting center, depending on the return here. Offer number 27, Joel and Wiggins for Moncrief and Sharman. But did they need 2 shooting guards? I don't think so. I don't know how much these trades are going to affect our simulation, but we are seeing some wild, chaotic moves here. I will admit that. John Stockton, this could go crazy too. 35 offers for Stock, and it's going to be offer number 6. Ohio State, Russ is on the move again. Stockton and Sabonis for Russ and Michael Redd. Interesting. If Gonzaga can win a few games, make the playoffs, watch out for Russell Westbrook potentially winning MVP. Big O Oscar Robertson going to be on the move. Speaking of players who could probably win MVP in this simulation, depending on where Oscar lands, it's going to be trade offer number 5. Louisville getting involved again. Wes and Bradley Beal on the move. Okay, so 2 pieces for 1 for Oscar. I don't mind that. Louisville's going to be really shallow now. Syracuse picked up Jason Tatum earlier in the video, so we'll force them to trade former first overall pick Derek Coleman. This will be another more minor move, I imagine. It'll be offer number 10, Derek Coleman for Jalen Duren Precious Achiuwa. Yeah, pretty lateral move for both sides. Okay, UCLA, fingers crossed we do some damage to this team. They've already traded Russ. Oh, their roster looks so good. Hopefully someone can fleece them for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lou Alcindor. We don't need them getting like 2 95+ overalls here. Villanova's still trying to offer that package. Kyle Lowry and Alonzo Mourning. So funny. 33 teams wanting Cap. The man they called Cap. It's going to be offer number 31. Washington. Thank you very much. Brandon Roy and Isaiah Thomas. I mean, it's not a horrible package, but yeah, they definitely made UCLA worse. Let's go. I just don't want to see UCLA winning as per usual. We move on to Bama. They picked up Adrian Dantley, so we will trade Antonio McDyess instead. Can Kareem go be a one-man show in Washington? That would be so funny. Offer number 10, again, this is a team we've seen a bunch of times. Memphis, yeah, McDyess for Coleman, very lateral move. Memphis being involved in all these trades, they need to trade JoJo White. They still have 2 duplicate point guards. Kevin Durant, this should be a pretty monumental move here. Only 32 teams interested in KD. Interesting. Maybe they don't have the assets enough. Enough teams don't have the assets to make a move. Offer number 19, whoa. KD in LA for Shea and Anthony Davis. Making Kentucky worse? Yeah, I like to see that. And right on cue, our next team up is the Kentucky Wildcats, whose best player is now Tyrese Maxey, 93 overall, because of course they just traded for Kevin Durant. You get it. Let's see a couple 80 overalls traded for Tyrese Maxey. That would be ideal. I'm looking for some teams to get worse. UCLA, definitely worse already. Kentucky, no. What am I seeing? Louisville, why would you do? Louisville just gave him Oscar Robertson. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Big O and KD. Yeah, Kentucky's winning this whole thing. There are certain players whose overall just transcends, like, yeah, Oscar Robertson is the best 97 overall you could even imagine. I don't like that. We'll cleanse our palate here. Sean Marion from UNLV traded to the number 30 offer. Oklahoma, Trae Young. All right, pretty lateral move right there. There's so many teams on this roster. I think we're getting towards the end, though. Isaiah Thomas going to be traded from Indiana. Another 35 teams interested. Send Isaiah somewhere fun. We generate offer number 6. Villanova still not getting to make that trade. IT and Victor Oladipo going to Ohio State. Dude, Ohio State's been busy. They're going to have a whole new team. LSU, we haven't seen make a trade yet. Interestingly, they're going to move young Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq could low-key be a game changer in this video. Offer number 23. Who is that going to be? Indiana. 2 trades in a row. They give up a lot, though. Shaq's going to be on his own. Michigan also hasn't made a trade yet. Glenn Rice, Chris Webber going to be on the move. Whenever I use this all-time March Madness setup, I always assume Michigan's going to be so much better. Their program is definitely a lot more famous than it is like high quality. You know what I'm saying? Like their alumni team, not quite as good as their, you know, perception would be. Anyways, that is a weird trade. Chris Webber for Chet Holmgren, kind of a downgrade for Michigan. Oh, wait. Russ ended up in Gonzaga, right? Now he gets to play with Chris Webber. That's fired. Trey Murphy's the best remaining original Virginia Cavalier. 35 teams interested in the high-flying three-point sniper, Trey Murphy. Offer number 5. Louisville just keeps making trades, man. How many teams do we have left? They just keep coming. 36 teams on this roster. Hakeem is on the move. This could be a game changer. 35 teams in the Hakeem Olajuwon business. Offer number 9 is gonna be USC. Okay. Hakeem, I mean, those are 2 pretty good pieces on the move, but Hakeem could one-man team a show. What did I just say? One-man team? I think I meant to say one-man show a team. I don't know. Didn't make sense. Alvin Robertson is the best original Arkansas Razorback left. And there's 35 teams interested. More of a role player move right here. Offer number 21. That might be a new team. Never mind. It's Kentucky. Oh, come on. Why are you letting Kentucky get better? I just counted. I think we have like 6 trades left. Let's get through them, man. My voice is only going to hold up for so long. Arizona trading Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas, putting down the podcast mic, getting back out on the court. And he's going to be doing so at LSU. Very lateral move right there. Pistol Pete Maravich was on the move. It is time we get to UNC. Didn't they make a trade? Oh, yeah. They picked up Joakim Noah earlier in the video. We got to see UNC get worse. Otherwise, they're going to be the clear-cut favorite. There's only 29 teams interested in Michael Jordan. I think that means this is going to be a banger trade. Offer number 20. Mike is going to LSU. Oh, look at that return. Remember how UCLA got Brandon Roy and Isaiah Thomas for Kareem? This is a way better return for a 99 overall. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a win-win, but UNC definitely is going to be just as good. It really drives home to me that UCLA got fleeced for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's that simple. B. Griff, Blake Griffin, finna be on the move from Oklahoma. I don't know what, why am I talking like that? I don't know. I cannot pull that off. Offer number 19, Blake and Lamar Odom getting traded again. Adrian Dantley getting traded again. Okay. Michigan State, who traded Magic Johnson earlier in the video, they're now going to trade Draymond Green. Okay. Draymond finna be on the move. I got to stop with that. Offer number 12. This is how you know I'm getting a little long in this video. Draymond for Al Horford and UD, Miles Bridges as well. All right, some rough and tumble front court players on the move. We get to the infamous Washington Huskies. I'm glad they fleeced UCLA, but man, they don't have a lot around Kareem. Now they got to trade Detlef Schrempf. Could they get 2 starting pieces around Kareem? That would be ideal. Offer number 9 is gonna be, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's terrible. That is so bad. OJ Mayo. Okay, I don't even know what to say. Just 3 trades remaining. Arizona State has not, I thought I saw the same name twice there. No, Fat Lever, Freddie Lewis. Just, I'm going crazy here. James Harden going to be traded. 35 teams interested in Harden. This could be a sneaky big move as we go to offer number 32, right? Jim Harden for Lou Dort and D Wade. Those 2 always being debated. Now they get traded for each other. Big Jim Harden for Dwayne Wade. Interesting. Maryland is going to trade Stevie Franchise. Steve Francis, who spurned the opportunity to play for and be the face of the Vancouver Grizzlies, my one-time hometown team. We finally get number one. Villanova's been trying to trade Kyle Lowry all freaking video, and now they do it. Good for Villanova. There you go. Our final trade of the video. Ironic, because Georgetown made the first trade of the video, picking up Jalen Brunson. Now they got to trade Allen Iverson. Yeah, don't acquire another center. You finally got rid of one of your centers. 35 offers if they bring back a center. Seriously, that would just be the Georgetown curse. It's going to be offer number 29 for Allen Iverson, Pistol Pete, and Jason Terry. Okay, that is just a downgrade for them. Well, there you go. As per usual, this video idea coming through with the chaos. I love it, man. I don't know. Fingers crossed, it really affects our simulation. Time will tell. But at the very least, we've got some new look teams. I guess I'll scroll through all of them here. A big three now in Duke. No Kareem on UCLA is crazy. Look at Ohio State. Oh no, they stacked up on point guards. These teams are not smart. Gonzaga's really interesting. Russ and Chris Webber. Michael Redd is there too. Maxi's in Louisville. Ray Allen's in Virginia. Houston loses Hakeem Olajuwon. Blake is there in, where was Blake? Alabama. No more Tim Duncan. Oh, they got fleeced for Tim Duncan, did Wake Forest. Timmy D ends up in Notre Dame, where he's going to be a one-man show. Donovan Mitchell, pretty good team there in Florida. Marquette, they made a lot of moves. They look okay. Shaq is now in Indiana with Jerry Lucas. D'Angelo Russell's their best point guard. I don't know about that. Georgetown, well, I'm going to help them out, make Brunson a two guard. They still have too many bigs. That's always their problem. UConn, I mean, they're very deep at least. My boy Kareem ends up in Washington. Bro, he's like Tom Hanks and Castaway on that roster. Kansas, I mean, they get a bit more balance. Why did they trade Wilt? Shea and AD in Texas. I forgot about that. Jason Tatum ends up in Syracuse. I don't mind that. Joel Embiid's in Arkansas. Trey Young, UNLV. Sean Marion, Adrian Dantley in Oklahoma. Big Jim Harden now on Michigan State. D-Wade traded a few times, ends up in Arizona State. That's kind of an interesting team. UNC loses Michael Jordan, but man, are they deep. Maryland ends up with Kyle Lowry. Wilt ends up, okay, so if I make Penny a two guard, he actually gets a bit better. Memphis could be a sneaky team. They usually don't compete in these videos. Michael Jordan, speaking of teams that could sneakily compete, LSU instead of Shaq. Hakeem Olajuwon, can he one-man team it in USC? Alonzo Mourning ends up in Villanova. Kentucky, oh, the rich. They stay rich. Big O and Kevin Durant. Iverson is in Arizona. Jimmy Butler's in NC State. Glenn Rice, Michigan doesn't look good. Magic Johnson, all right, he could carry Georgia Tech. There you have it. What a chaotic situation setup we've got here. Let's simulate through our season. Fingers crossed we don't end up with UCLA and Kentucky in the finals, because that just always happens. Okay. All right, I love it. Michael Jordan wins MVP. I really didn't see that coming. LSU, all it means is LSU won enough games. And obviously Mike put up good numbers. I like it. Ben Simmons, dude, LSU might have been cooking. Mike wins DPOY too. All right. DeMar DeRozan, clutch player of the year. Okay, then. We might be in the best timeline yet. Mike, Chris Webber. Oh, is Gonzaga cooking with that Russ and Chris Webber duo? Oh, Kareem makes All-NBA first team. Of course, career numbers. What do you put up? 27 and 11. That's pretty good. All-NBA second team. Oscar Robertson, Kentucky, of course. Shaq, Joel. Oh, no. I had free agents in here. No, okay, all right, well, can we just ignore that? Oh, embarrassing. I'm sick. What do you want from me? I made a mistake. No, did I have all those free agents sign? Gosh darn it, man. I even noticed him when I was scrolling through all players, but there's not supposed to be free agent signings. Oh my gosh, that is so bad. That is so bad. LeBron signs with Notre Dame. Kobe signs with Alabama. Nobody else signed, okay? LeBron stands, Kobe stands. You know, we're all good, okay? Bama and Notre Dame. We'll see if those two could make an impact. That's actually funny. As far as the standings go, UNC, Duke, Kentucky. Oh, yeah, that's classic. That is classic. LeBron and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish do make the playoffs. Kobe and the Crimson Tide, yeah, they almost make it. 24 points a game for Kobe. They're in the play-in at least. Missing the playoffs, all these teams right here. So nothing too crazy at the top of the conference. Over in the West, though, okay. Kansas, who needs Wilt? Michigan State, LSU, UCLA actually got worse. If we did nothing else this video, we managed to have UCLA fleeced in a trade. They still make the playoffs. Gonzaga barely makes it. Kareem in Washington. Yeah, that's not good, my guy. In terms of individual stats, James Harden led the league in scoring. Shea was second at Texas. That's so funny. Kareem obviously put up big numbers. Chris Webber and Russ were 4 and 6. Gonzaga, I think they made the playoffs, or at least the play-in. Michael Jordan was there winning MVP. Dude, we might get a crazy simulation here. I'm here for it too. Gonzaga is in the play-in. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to simulate through the first round of play-in games just because I don't have all day here. So Gonzaga's eliminated. Houston makes the playoffs. Texas OSU. Over in our other side, our other conference, Louisville will advance. Villanova, technically my user-controlled team, they advance to Alabama's eliminated. That means we will start over here in the Western Conference. Texas led by Shea and AD. Ohio State, I now can't remember who's all on their team, but I know it was a pretty talented squad for sure. This game is over, but I figured we'd just jump in to see. Oh, that's right. John Stockton and Domantas Sabonis ended up on this Ohio State team. Shea. So we'll see how Kentucky finishes this simulation. Isaiah Thomas is on Ohio State too. Yeah, it's a good team. That is a good team. We'll see how Kentucky ends up finishing. We definitely ruined Anthony Davis and Shea's run in this video. Maybe Kentucky can get it done without them, but Texas is going to be eliminated. Over in the Eastern Conference, though, we've got Villanova, Syracuse. I know the Orange are led by Jason Tatum. Villanova, they ended up trading for Alonzo Mourning, right? He's definitely their best player now. We'll see if we get a good finish here. And we do not. All right, blowout Central. Villanova is gone. Jason Tatum 19-9, good enough for the win. And so here's our playoff bracket. I mean, we might still get a bunch of the usual candidates ending up in like the final four here, but I smell an upset. We got to get at least one upset here going. So let's get to the playoffs. We will simulate through. We'll stop if we get any, whoa, what am I doing? If we get any real chaos here. Kansas is up 1-0. Come on, Ohio State. There you go. Ohio State takes a game. No, UCLA in a best of 3 series sweeps USC. I was preying on the Bruins' downfall. Hakeem, why? 30 points a game, Hakeem? You couldn't average 40? That is too bad. UNC takes down Syracuse. And Kentucky takes down Braun and Notre. Dude, LeBron teamed up with Tim Duncan and they did nothing. That is really tragic. All this work in this video and okay, look at this. Ohio State might take down Kansas. That would be big time. That would be big time, and they do not do it. Michigan State advances past Houston. That's James Harden and company. I like that team. Over in our other conference, Indiana takes care of business. They take down Cincinnati. Oh yeah, that's Shaq. Okay, all right, maybe Shaq can compete with UNC. We've got a couple game 5s, which is basically a game 7. Let's go in order here. Michael Jordan and LSU taking on Dwayne Wade and Arizona State. This is a deciding game 5, and it's going to be a cruise to victory for LSU. They win by 10. Michael Jordan, the MVP, averaged 22, 8, and 7. He's kind of like prime LeBron in this era, filling up the stat sheet. That means LSU advances to face Michigan State. Our next game 5, it's going to be from under my face. I didn't even notice this. Duke is in a 2-2 series against Louisville. Come on, I cannot remember. Louisville made 19 different trades. Oh, they're getting blown out. Why would you tease me like this, 2K? I swear 2K did this in the last video too, right? They made me think we were going to get a bunch of upsets, and then they dropped this, a blowout. Yeah, Kyrie 37 points. Tyrese Maxey and David Lee, they got nothing going. And there you have it. We get Duke, Kentucky, and UNC all in. Gosh darn it, man. Come on. Kansas. I want Kansas to lose here. But is Ohio State really going to beat UCLA? We are getting nothing but the usual candidates winning these games. I can already see it. At least we had fun with all those trades, because the end of this video is going to make me mad. I can already tell. Yep. As I sip my coffee. There it is. Kansas handles business. Derrick Rose. Oh, so there you have it. Kansas, UCLA. Did any of like the usual? Nah, because UNC, Duke, Kentucky, UCLA, they always simulate well. Okay, well, there you have it. Okay, now maybe we get something different now. I don't know. The problem is too, we got Michigan State and LSU. Like, those are two, I wish they were not facing off against each other, because they're going to cannibalize each other. Anyways, here we are. Elvin Hayes putting up big numbers. Dwayne Wade. James Harden. He's got to be the one to save us. It's like when James Harden was going up against the Kevin Durant Warriors. It's that all over again. In this case, though, he's got to go through Michael Jordan. If we could get Indiana beating UNC, I mean, that would just be amazing. Shaq, Jerry Lucas, they're not as good a team. They definitely aren't, but maybe 2K can pull some voodoo in our favor. Let's see how it goes. Indiana wins game 1. That's crazy. I think this is a best of 7 series. It's 1-1 now. Indiana goes up 2-1. Wait a minute. 2-2. No. Come on, Indiana. Come on. Indiana goes down 3-2. Come on. Show me game 7. Show me no game 7s. Wow. UNC, Kentucky, Kansas, and LSU. All right, Michael Jordan, 29, 13, and 13. Michael Jordan is trying to save us, and I respect it. Our last chance, the GOAT. Can he beat Kansas? I mean, that's definitely a team he could beat. UNC, UK. Yeah, I'm pretty sure whoever wins this series is winning the video. It is what it is. Also, yes, I did figure out a way to fix Kentucky's jersey, so that's good, I guess. Over on this side of the bracket, Michael Jordan's supporting cast is not elite. Kansas is definitely a deeper team, but Mike's the best player on the floor. Yeah, that's what I'll say. But let's get through it. Game 1 of this series, Kansas and Kentucky go up. 1-1 series on both sides. I guess, you know what? I'll just pause to say, thankfully, UCLA is not here. Every year I make this setup, UCLA wins everything. So that is a W. We get 2-2 series on both sides, 3-2. You know what? I guess we'll go ahead and we'll slow sim both these just because I feel like our NBA Finals might end up being a blowout. No, who is winning this series? I hate when I do this. I forget. I think Kentucky's up 3-2. I don't even know. We might end up jumping into a close game 2. No, UNC's going to pull away. I think this means they're forcing a game 7. Cliff Hagan, Gilbert Arenas, and Bob Pettit. What a team that is. They do end up forcing a game 7. Ooh, LSU as Kansas on the break. Come on, Michael Jordan. Come on. I'm usually not the one pulling for Mike. I'm a LeBron stan. Here we go. LSU, go Tigers. I'm not singing well, chanting well. Wow, this is a good game. No, you've got to be kidding. A fourth quarter flood from Kansas. They're going to do it, aren't they? They are going to do it. 9 point. Michael Jordan had 16 and 10 in a loss. Wow. 7 of 20 he shot from the field. Mike. At the end of the day, setting my biases aside, getting 2 game 7s in the conference finals of any video is good content in my books. Now, give me a couple close games, all right, 2K, so we can have a nice long video where something exciting happens. I mean, that's the goal, right? Like, if you're still watching at this point, you probably given this video a thumbs up already. I know you got me. But I would love to come through some better content here to end the video. Kentucky has been leading this game throughout, and they're going to win, aren't they? They're going to win. UNC down 14. Gosh, I'm not even going to jump in. I'm so true. 10-point game? No, it's over. It is over. Kentucky, even after trading Shea, they hold on. Big O, I haven't mentioned his name much this video, but yeah, he's doing his thing, averaging a strong double-double. Kentucky, yeah, you just can't stop him. You just can't stop him. I knew it too. I knew because, no, what was their trade? They traded Shea and AD for Kevin Durant. Yeah, that was a good trade. And then they picked up Oscar Robertson. So they didn't really get fleeced in any of their deals. UCLA, I called it right away. They got fleeced for Kareem, and that completely killed them, which was, great to see. Anyways, here we go. Michael Jordan, don't lose 2 in a row, Mike. You are known for, 6-0. You never lose the big game. Come on now. Okay, jumping in. Derrick Rose is at the line for Kansas. He made the first. He makes the second. Pushes it to a 6-point game. But 6 points. Technically, this could still happen. LSU, come on, Mike. Come on now, brother. Michael Jordan kicks out Walt Bellamy on the perimeter. Do they have any perimeter shooting? Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf hands off to Michael Jordan. No empty possessions. Mike slipping inside. That's too easy. That's too easy for 2. I fear whichever team wins this game is going to get wrecked by Kentucky in the finals, but we can cross that bridge when we get to it. Derrick Rose going at Mahmoud. That is also too easy. Can we play some defense here? Walt Bellamy's going to come up and set a screen for Abdul-Rauf. They're going to try and go inside to Michael Jordan. Oh, good kick. Tari Eason. The man cannot shoot right now. Oh, my word. No. And an illegal screen on LSU. Wow. That was actually such a fire look. Abdul-Rauf, he had a lane to the rim. He had Michael Jordan. He kicked it out to a wide open 3-point shooter. It's Tari Eason. His mom is on Twitter trying to get the man shooting lessons. That's crazy. I can't believe it. And he didn't shoot. Oh my word. Derrick Rose inside misses. The door is still open a crack. George McGinnis in transition. These teams just don't have three-point shooting out here. George is going to hit a 2 though. Good stuff. Can LSU force a turnover here? They're going to bring a double. It's March Madness. You know crazy things can happen. Whoo, Clyde level it. That was a risky pass. Somebody cover the man inside. Paul Pierce missed. Paul Pierce missed. Paul Pierce missed. Okay. LSU might still be in business. You need a quick bucket. Tari Eason, he's got a lane to the rim. Tari Eason and 1. What a shot at redemption. That is comedy, man. Tari Eason completes the three-point play the hard way. Okay, LSU. Final timeout taken by LSU. Do they have a three-point shooter out there? With 20 seconds left, they're probably going to go for a quick 2 and fouls, which, I mean, I understand, but let's see. Walt Bellamy, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, he can shoot the 3. Mike, why didn't you shoot the 3, Mike? Oh, I don't like the way this is going. Abdul-Rauf inside spins. Gets punched by Derrick Rose, and I think that's going to be the game. Dang it, man. We were so close to an upset of epic proportions. Michael Jordan almost completing a perfect season. The man had 44 points. What a run it was, but it wasn't enough. Derrick Rose wins West Finals MVP. Kentucky Oscar wins East Finals MVP. And on to the NBA Finals we go. Yeah, it's a mismatch. It really is. I was trying to remember a second ago. So, Kentucky traded basically 2 pieces for 1 in Shea and AD. They got Kevin Durant and LaMarcus Aldridge. That was definitely not a good trade in their favor. I mean, Kevin Durant is obviously awesome, but Shea and AD play way better than him. I thought that might have sunk them at the time, but then they followed it up by acquiring Oscar Robertson. Honestly, who'd they even trade? Did they trade Tyrese Maxey for him? I don't know. I can't even remember the trade. But getting Oscar Robertson was so much surplus value because he simulates so freaking well in this game. So that made up for that first trade. Yeah, they're amazing. Kansas, meanwhile, I can't believe they made it this far. To be honest, they traded Wilt, like a horrible trade. Derrick Rose and Larry Kennan, they got, wasn't that the trade? Larry Kennan, or did he come from? Yeah, it was. That was just not a good trade. They ended up acquiring Sidney Moncrief, Bill Sharman. They're obviously way too guard heavy. They traded away all their centers, but hey, they made it to the finals. A place where I assume they're about to get swept by, oh, they take game 1. Hold on. Okay, 1-1. Hopefully I remember to cut that out because I just had a coughing attack. That would be funny if I left it in the video. Kentucky takes game 3. I'm losing my voice. Kentucky takes game 4 and Kentucky wins the title. I'm going to start coughing again. Unfortunately, we went through all of that just to get the University of Kentucky Wildcats winning a championship, just like in the first video I posted with this setup, but what can you do, man? They're a school with illustrious history in terms of NBA talent. So there you go. Big O wins Finals MVP. Once again, I'm sorry about my lackluster content posting recently. I promise nothing. I can guarantee nothing. My health is what it is. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know other video ideas you might like to see down below.